So, I put the wings on, and according to the instruction manual, the center of gravity is 70 millimeters away from the leading edge of the wing. According to everybody who's built this previously and on forums and in the comment section, blah blah blah, it's not 70 millimeters, it's 30 millimeters. So I'm going to go with 40 millimeters, which meant I'd have to take my battery and stick it all the way up front here. And I'm going to move the ESC, which I've pulled off, a lot more forward as well, because it's a 30 amp ESC. It's got quite a weight to it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start making the engine mounts. And not the engine mounts, I'm talking utter rubbish. We're going to make the battery strap. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use these popsicle sticks, place them next to each other, and run a bead of glue over there, and I'm using this ruler to just give it a smear. The glue is not completely hot yet, so I'll just switch the gun on. So I'll give it a few seconds and take a bead of glue across there and give it a smear. And then we'll just pump it full of glue and smear that down the popsicle sticks to make a bit of a cushion for the battery to sit on. This is not done very pretty, I know. I will blow it down with a heat gun a little bit later on. And then got a broken popsicle stick. I'm going to take a bead of glue. Whoops. Run it down there. And it doesn't really matter where you stick it as long as it's stuck there somewhere. We'll hold it in place. It's going to take some more hot glue. Run it over there and smear it down. And then that looks really terrible. What I will do now is try not to get the solder stuck up my backside. Put that there. Put in a heat gun. Keep it on a heat resistant silicone. Just give it a blow. That should be okay. What the idea over here is to create a rubbery surface so the battery doesn't slide around. Even though it'll have a battery strap, I still feel the need to do this. Anybody's welcome to disagree with what I've done here. I welcome negative criticism because you always learn something from it. And basically what we're going to do is run a nice beat. Stay together. Okay, I guess I should let this dry off just a little bit first. So just let that glue cool down for a second. I might blow it again a few times or add more glue, depends on what it looks like when it dries. But yeah, that's generally the idea, just to get something that is not going to, the battery's not going to slip or slide on. Seems logic, I guess. Like I said, everybody might not agree, some people have different ways of doing things. This is how I'm going to do it. This is what I'm hoping is going to work for me. Got this battery strap all banged. I thought they give you 3, they only give you 1. It's a bit expensive, just for 1. I could have made this with Velcro and clipped myself for less. Are you dry? Are you dry? No, you're not. Chicken finger marks, idiot. Blow it a little bit. It is hot glue, so it cools down and it dries. Doesn't need time to set. So I think that should just about do it. Make 2 marks there. And give it balls to the wall with some hot glue. And push down and wait for it to cool. Now I really hope that I don't need to use any more hot glue, because that's all I've got left. I have ordered some more, but still on its way here. I have no idea why I ordered hot glue from China, but I guess when I bought the things that I needed, I just put everything in one package. Anyways, there's the engine mount. Engine mount. Honestly, if I say that again, I'm going to smack myself. And that I'm going to stick up front over here. And glue it into place. And then I noticed with the CG, as far forward as it is, and where I need to mount the battery, it happens to be just a little bit crammed in the front there. Because when you put this piece on, it goes over there, it doesn't really give you much room to work, or like way in the front there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it over there, put some sellotape, and then I'll be able to flip this back. In theory, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I need to shorten my sticks just a little bit. I'm just going to do this with a multi-tool, because why not? The multi-tool does come with a saw, but I don't think I need to saw it. I can just break it. Because that's what men does, you know? The bigger the problem, the bigger the hammer. When it came to putting this plane together, my wife was like, Ashley, let me cut the ailerons. Ashley, let me do this. Ashley, let me do that. And all for the reason of she's just used to me. Well, yeah, I get frustrated with something and it doesn't work. I smash it. Or I take the idiot's way out of doing it, pretty much. And she was concerned that that's what I'm going to do with this eagle. Sorry about that. So yeah, it turns out she didn't cut any of them. I actually put it together very carefully myself. So yeah, that's where the battery is going to go. The battery is going to sit on top of that hot glue, right over there. And if I make the little hatch the way I said I was going to, if we let it open up there, I can just about get to the battery. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to... gotta get the ESC back in, don't we? But first, let's glue in the battery mount. How does it work? Like this? Well, it doesn't matter, I guess. Just get a nice... Oh shit. Amount of hot glue in there. And then... Am I going to put it in like this? Am I? Yes, I am. I'll get this in there. And squeeze it down so it can sit. Slide it a bit so that the glue binds nicely to the phone. And stick a battery in there. And that's where it's going to sit without sliding down. Look, it doesn't move on the glue. Haha, that was smart, wasn't it? No response from my wife. I guess she thinks I'm talking to the camera. And we've got just about enough glue left to mount the ESC. I had it mounted there, threw the CG off just a bit, so I'm going to stick it right up there. Maybe I'll move it a little bit more forward. A nose heavy plane can be fixed, a tail heavy plane. A nose heavy plane can be adjusted, a tail heavy plane is going to be repaired. So, just get the last bit of hot glue I have on the ESC. And I'm going to stick it into place way up front here. Right there. Just hold it for a few seconds so that the glue can set. Or dry, or whatever you want to call it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! And Houston, the eagle is nearly done. Now there are some things I need to do. I still need to put some heat shrink on there, and just because the ones that I have didn't go up that high. So I'm going to put some thicker ones over the top, just a little piece so that I don't short out the ESC. And I'm going to put some heat shrink on there. But I guess I'm going to do that while the motor is in here, if I can. I'll figure it out. But yeah, the bird is nearly done. So what we're going to do now is slide the battery in. To its place. I should have left a bit more space for this strap. It's going to be a bit awkward, but the nice thing is I only need to get it through there once because I don't need to pull it out every time I put the battery in. Yeah, there we go. It's a big bloody battery strap, isn't it? And that is the Velcro, and that's the battery. No. It doesn't make much sense, does it? I need to cut at least that much off and sort of stitch that on there. But that's okay, because guess what? I don't think you're going to be flying this bird inverted, and I will fix that up, but that battery and that glue is really not going to go far. And yeah, I will sort that out. We'll get this strap to become shorter. I wonder why I didn't think of that. I mean, it was obvious, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But, why the hell would they make this thing so long anyways? It's from Banggood, I guess. What so the battery strap, this needs to go all the way down. Well, that's gonna be, if this is gonna be held in place like so. I don't know. Yeah, well, I will do that at a later stage. Right now I'm gonna stick the wings on and check the center of gravity. So this is a little bit tricky, and this is EPP. So it is delicate. Put the elastics around there to start with. Come on. That's life. That's life. That's life. That's what all people say. Let's pull the wing elastics on. Now you actually get 4 of these, but I'm using 2 because I'm just going to check the center of gravity. And this is a very low stress airframe, so you don't need all that many anyways. Just put my fingers on the CG mark and perfectly balanced bird. There we go. I'm not so sure what the weight's going to be like when I put the servos in there. Might need to add a little bit of more weight to the nose or vice versa, but at this point in time, she seems very nicely balanced, right? Got a little bit of nose down, and that's perfect. So, until I fly this, I wouldn't know if it's successful or not. But, so far, looking so good. Now I've got to get the... I put this on last because it's not really all that important anyways. I'm still going to cut the battery strap. Blah blah blah. But now that everything looks good, I need to get the servos into the wings. And that's going to be a bloody mission. Because these little connectors, bloody rats. Literally, they're rats. And it's their time to play. I'm not so sure where I put the bag with the push rod connectors in them. It was in my drawer, I moved it, now I can't find it. I found it on the terrarium, of all places. I choose to put it there, I don't know. But the problem with these connectors are, those have got screw tops, which is fine, and these have got Allen wrench tops, and I don't even bloody think I've got an Allen wrench that fits that little thing. Do I? I've got a bicycle repair tool. Where's that? Is it in there? Yes, it is. Okay. bicycle repair tool. There's a really small Allen wrench, but will it be what I need? By the way, I bought this off Banggood too. It's a piece of rubbish. I don't recommend it, but there's already a review video on that, and they posted it. So I guess Banggood doesn't fit. Now there is one more option. We've got some Allen wrenches for an electric guitar. Let's see if I can find that. You've got this little one that you use to adjust the... I'm not so sure what you... Perfect. Oh. Well, it's basically where the strings go into the body. I can't remember what you bloody call it, but it's called something. Now, these things don't really fit in here. So, I need to modify them the same way I did those, by burning them. And I think I threw that little piece of metal in the bin. Anyways, long story short, it is late and I want to get to bed, so I'm gonna continue to build this tomorrow morning. Well, not tomorrow morning. Well, it depends what work is like. But yeah, to get these servos into the wings, I'm going to make a video on that, but not going to do that tonight. And also sort out this battery strap. And to do that, I think what I'm going to do is just cut it off, and I'm not so sure how they bloody seal this thing, but I'm going to use a couple of stitches. Some cotton and a needle, or stapler. Yeah. My wife behind the camera, she's like, yep. Sometimes she's got the brains, which isn't often, so I applaud her when she does, and I get zapped. Charming. So yeah, I'll carry on with this tomorrow, but I do think that it's going to fly soon. But we'll find out. I'll carry on tomorrow. Cheers.